So I've got some good news though. I had a really bad day yesterday and I came home and this was waiting outside the door for me. And this is the January issue of Art Journaling. Stampington is the publisher, Art Journaling is the magazine. And the reason why I received this is this was the exciting thing that I had happening this year is that this was the first altered book, actually the first piece of artwork that I've ever submitted to a magazine. And they published, 14 pages of my book. And had me write a 800 or 900 word article for them. And I have little quotes and pictures throughout the magazine, and it's very exciting for me, and I'm very happy about that. And it looks beautiful. And so yeah, if you'll indulge me, maybe it would be best to take you down to the magazine and I can read it to you. Although it might be a little bumpy and you might end up upside down. That's possible. It's possible. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, here we go. Close your eyes. Okay, I know you're upside down. Let's see, is there any way for me to reverse it? I don't think so, guys. So, here we go. A moment in time. Art has become a way of life. I wake up early in the stillness of the morning. I enjoy my coffee while meditating by creating. It is my favorite part of the day, when my mind is fresh and restored and my dreams create ideas. After a long day sitting in a cubicle staring at a computer, I cannot wait to get back to my table. The serenity of art soothes my soul. Art keeps me company, feeds my imagination, and enriches my quiet life. A new outlet. Trained as a classical artist at Columbus College of Art and Design, my main medium was hyper-detailed, large-format acrylic landscapes. Over the years, the larger compositions became more and more frustrating as the grind of life trampled my creativity. Bringing my work into a smaller, more condensed format has been incredibly rewarding. I finally found a way to combine my sculpture, mixed media, and painting backgrounds. Creating something entirely new, I could tell a story within a single layout, a fragment of imagination, deeply meaningful to me, while allowing the viewer to read their own life interpretations into the page. New stories for old photos. My love of history was instilled at me at a very early age. My parents would take all 6 of us children on long drives in the station wagon, stopping at every historical marker and ghost town along the way. I used vintage images in my journals, pushing the juxtaposition of characters within their environments. I enjoy knowing that these people from long ago are being viewed once again, placing them in new stories reimagined. I choose images in which the person conveys a narrative through their look and the way they are connecting to the photographer. I dislike empty stares. The core of a person can be seen within the eyes. Learning and evolving. As a fine artist, I tend to think from the viewer's perspective instead of a personal one. I sat through countless harsh critiques at CCAD, learning to use a critical eye. Many times my own stories are conveyed within the compositions. If it doesn't have a personal meaning to me, how will it have any meaning to the viewer? If I do not feel an emotional attachment to the work, how can I expect the viewer to? If I would not want to hang it on my wall, why would the buyer? Once I decide on imagery, I search for the products and techniques that suit my style. Creating something that looks old while being entirely new is my passion. My style continues to evolve within the exploration of media. I strive to learn new processes and techniques. I'm drawn to the juxtaposition of the browns and earth tones found within my vintage creations and the sparks of color that I can place within the composition. I start with colorful backgrounds, and as the page evolves, the colors mingle until they find harmony. That was one thing that I found really interesting that I hadn't quite noticed. I had, but not to this extent. I really do like the fact that I have these, each page feels like it belongs with the other page. Nothing is a blaringly different. Everything is very unique, but I like that my color palette is the same. I like that it's the same, and it's very rich and it's very unique, but it's different. I just like how they fit together. That was really cool to see, because these are pages all throughout my book. My current obsession is my new circus book. I'm pushing the boundaries of construction by including pop-ups and push-ups. It's such a challenge. And I do want to get back to my circus book, guys. It's just... I want to get these journals done so then I can have more things up for sale. So if I have things up for sale, maybe people will buy them for Christmas. My the art journals are very much so for the altered books. You know, they're much more difficult to sell. So I'm trying to make things to sell. Anyway, tips. Thinks in terms of composition and story. I find interested in creating relationships within a page. Just because we're working on a small format doesn't mean we can forget the viewers and their interpretations. Have a coherent color theme and underlying process throughout your book without limiting yourself. I create harmony in the way that I edge and frame my pages, or when I use one or two consistent mediums while varying others. All the pages have a similar feel while having unique background techniques to create them. And don't be afraid to try something new. Practice until you become proficient, and don't expect it to be easy the first time. Don't worry about messing up. Explore and enjoy. So again, here I've used the greens throughout. I've used the reds throughout. You know, the color theme. It's very surprising to me. On I didn't realize, you know, but you have your color palette, and I think it makes for a very cohesive look. It's kind of really cool to see it this way. I haven't been able to see all the pages together all at once. I see each page individually. It's really interesting. Anyway, a native of Wyoming, Stephanie lives in Concord, California with her two plants, Frank and Vinny. She spends her free time producing her artwork. When she isn't creating, she loves taking wandering drives, connecting with nature, taking reference photos, and finding treasures to add to her artwork. Stephanie produces how-to videos and posts them on YouTube, and you can follow her on social media, Stephanie Aune Designs. She's also working on her website, and you can find her on Etsy at stephanieaunedesign.etsy.com. I don't think that's the right address, but maybe it is. She welcomes email at stephanieaunedesigns@gmail.com. Yay! That's so cool. And then, this is actually a really beautiful magazine. This, you're getting the cord in there, aren't you? Sorry. I don't know if I'm supposed to be showing this early, but where is it? We asked the artist, so I have a little blurb here. I enjoy making colorful backgrounds, knowing that as the process evolves, the tones will become more and more vintage. The layers are what create dimension and interest within a piece. And so there's a couple other little blurbs in here. So it's super cool. I'm very excited about this. Yay, I did it, guys. I did it. I'm published. So they have my second book still. I submitted that, was it November? Was it October? I submitted that October or November, so hopefully they like the cityscape, and hopefully they want to publish that also. That would be very cool. And you have the cityscape and the girls and the O'Keeffe page. There's a lot of stuff in that altered book that I'm extremely proud of. So, this is getting to be a long video, but so I won't add any other things to it. Still working on the journals. They are coming out beautifully. I'm super happy about them. I have one that I'm doing right now that will show you the step-by-step. Now that I've had some practice, I actually feel pretty proficient at them in order to be able to tell you what not to do, because I've done a lot of what not to do and things that do work. So, and another thing that I have been doing, I needed a break from the journals the other day, so this might look really similar to the last ones I did, but actually it's quite a bit different. And the reason for that is, this one's a little bit easier to tell. So if you can see, those metallics actually float off of the page instead of it being a part of the cards like they were last time, right? So they're more of a surface, but there's layers of them. So there's metallics underneath this blue, and then so it's layers and layers of metallics. Each page is different, of course, as it's going to be. So this was actually done with a combination of alcohol ink and acrylic paint on the jelly plate, and it's cool. It's cool. I will probably share with you how to do this, since I haven't seen anybody making anything similar to it. So this one doesn't have as much of the metallic that came out because of the gold color. But I think I will show you, because this is my technique now. I've discovered something pretty cool. Not that, you know, I'm sure somebody else has done it. Of course somebody else has done it. You know, I haven't seen it. I like it. So again, the metallic sits on the top. It's cool. It was a really fun process. I'm gonna make more cards, if I didn't tell you that. I'm gonna make more cards. The Oracle set sold, and so I do have my blank journal cards available on my Etsy store, but I'm going to make another Oracle set. I want to make a journal prompt set, and I'd like to make an art prompt set, possibly. I don't know about the art prompt set, but the Oracle cards, I think they do. I think they're meaningful. I like making meaningful things. So anyway, that's my update. I've been talking for a long time now, because this is not the first time I've done this. I feel pretty confident that I'm going to land okay. You know, don't worry. I'm okay for a while. I will need you guys to start buying some artwork, though. Okay, guys. I hope you have a great evening. I am going to go and relax and hopefully not work for a little while. My brain has been overwhelmed today. You know, maybe I do need to work. Maybe I'll come back in a little bit. I don't know what time it is. I'm guessing about 7:30. So I hope you stay safe. I hope you're doing well. And I'm sending out good energy to you. And I really do appreciate all of your wonderful comments. You guys are awesome. Thank you for all of your support.